Have you ever felt like your mind was your own worst enemy? You know, those moments when your thoughts spiral. Anxiety grips your chest and your emotions seem louder than your logic. Maybe it's heartbreak, a failed plan, or just the quiet weight of everyday pressure. We all have those battles. But what if I told you there's a way to train your mind like a warrior trains their body? Not with therapy sessions or motivational quotes, but with wisdom that's over 2,000 years old. Before we dive into it, hit that like button and subscribe to Stoic, Vibes for weekly insights. That'll change how you think, feel, and live. And trust me, watch this video till the end, because one of these 6 Stoic lessons from Seneca might just change how you deal with pain, pressure, even love. Let's begin. Lesson 1. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Picture this. A young Roman senator named Lucius falsely accused of treason. The emperor is in a foul mood. Soldiers drag Lucius through the marble halls of the palace. He's panicking, thinking about exile, humiliation, even execution. But the twist? It was all a mistake. Within minutes, he's released. Yet the stress, the fear, the sleepless nights he endured, those were real. But they weren't caused by reality, they were born in his mind. Seneca, who lived in the heart of Rome's political chaos, knew this better than anyone. He said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. How often do we do the same? You get ghosted, and your mind crafts 100 reasons why. You haven't heard back from that job interview, and suddenly you're imagining your future in ruins. None of it's happened. But in your head, you're already suffering." Mental toughness isn't about ignoring pain, it's about recognizing what's real and what's imagined. Ask yourself, am I hurting? Or am I just predicting pain? Lesson 2. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive. Seneca didn't just write from a place of theory. He lived on the edge of a knife. As Nero's advisor, his life could have ended with a whisper. Yet he never cowered. Because to Seneca, fearing death was the most unproductive use of our minds. Now, you might not fear literal death every day, but think about this. Every time you avoid asking that person out, chasing that dream, speaking up in that meeting, what's behind it? Fear, the little deaths, the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, the fear of being laughed at. Seneca believed that mental toughness begins when we make peace with the worst-case scenario. Not because we want it, but because we no longer let it control us. Want to be mentally unshakable? Stop giving fear the driver's seat. Ask yourself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? Lesson 3. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Let me tell you a story. Seneca once received a letter from a friend who was complaining that life was too short. Seneca's reply, a slap of truth wrapped in compassion. "Life isn't short," he said. "You're just not using it well. We binge watch, we scroll, we procrastinate. Not because we're lazy, but because we're avoiding discomfort. We fear boredom, we fear stillness, so we waste our time, and then complain we don't have enough of it." Mental toughness is the ability to focus, to say no to distraction, to live deliberately. Seneca didn't mean we need to work 24/7. He meant we need to be present, in our relationships, in our passions, in our moments of solitude. Ask yourself, where is my time going? And what would Seneca say about it? Lesson 4. No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity. Imagine a soldier who's only trained in theory. He's read every book, practiced every drill, but he's never faced real danger. Now picture another who's been to battle, who's been wounded, who's tasted fear and come back stronger. Which one do you trust? Seneca believed that adversity isn't just inevitable, it's essential. It's the gym of the soul. Without resistance, our character atrophies. Our minds soften. He once said that the best people are like firewood thrown into the flames. They burn brighter. Heartbreak? It teaches you boundaries. Failure? It humbles your ego. Rejection? It frees you to try again. You're not weak because life hit you hard. You're stronger because you got back up. Ask yourself, what if this adversity is shaping me into something unbreakable? Lesson 5. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Seneca loved metaphors. This one, it hits deep. Think of a diamond, hidden underground, covered in dirt, dull and rough. Only when it's cut, ground, and polished does its brilliance emerge. That's you. Every tough conversation, every sleepless night, every moment where you felt like quitting. That's the polishing. Mental toughness isn't built in peace. It's forged in tension. Seneca didn't seek out pain, but he embraced it when it came. He saw it as part of the process. And so should we. When life gets hard, don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this shaping me into? Ask yourself, am I avoiding the friction that would reveal my brilliance? Lesson 6. He is a great man who uses earthenware dishes as if they were silver. This one's subtle but powerful. Seneca was wealthy. He could afford luxury. But he often chose simplicity. Why? Because true strength isn't in what you have, it's in how you see. Mental toughness is gratitude without dependency. To enjoy the small. To appreciate what you have even when it's not perfect. To sit at a humble table and feel like a king. That's Stoic wealth. You see, it's easy to feel mentally strong when life is good. But when things are stripped away, your money, your comfort, your reputation, that's when your mindset is tested. Can you still smile? Can you still feel whole? That's the mark of true Stoic resilience. Ask yourself, if everything was taken away, would I still be me? Now here's where it all ties together. You might be watching this because life's been hard lately. Maybe your heart's heavy. Maybe your plans are cracking. Maybe your mind feels like a storm you can't escape. Seneca would tell you, good. This is the fire that forges. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. But if you can start applying even one of these lessons, you'll begin to change, not just how you think, but how you live, how you love, how you lead. Remember, most of your suffering is in your head. Fear is the thief of action. Time isn't short, you're distracted. Adversity is your training ground. Friction makes you shine. Gratitude is your power. You're not here just to survive the world. You're here to rise above it. Seneca's words aren't ancient relics. They're your blueprint. Print them on your heart. Reflect on them daily. And one day when someone asks you how you became so strong, you'll know what to say. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.